All right, guys, welcome. I want to do a quick mic check. Let me know if you can hear me, please. Welcome, everybody. Perfect. All right, guys, welcome to the trading room. My name is Saul. Glad to be with you. Before we get started, remember we're gonna be trading live market conditions. So anything I show here is not meant to be a live a buy or sell signal. I just want to show you the way I trade, and I want to show you some principles of risk management, trade management, maybe psychology as I speak out loud my process, and hopefully you can go ahead and trade that on your own. I will try to show you long-term setups as well as short-term ones. If I go to lower time frames, it doesn't mean that's the way you should trade or the best way for trading for you. Just try to apply the same principles to your own strategies and situations. With that being said, let's jump into the charts and welcome. Hi guys, Alex, John, welcome. Anna, good to see you. Glad to have you here. So let's get into it. Let me show you my screen. All right. I've been showing, last month I've been showing my progress on a Freestyle account. I'm doing good. I'm happy with the progress, and I'll show you also my dashboard. And I've been taking long-term setups from hourly charts and above. And last week we were discussing pound, as you know, we're discussing price approaching in a channel, in a compression. I think we were discussing the 4-hour chart, how we're compressing towards supply and we expect a reaction. And I believe we spoke about finding some support there, a retest, and then a continuation lower. We had the break, we had the retest of the area, of the supply area. It's beautiful to see how we spoke about this new supply area, the breaking area being a supply area, and price might react to that. And we did. However, we also react to this demand that just formed. So we went up, and then supply, we went down. And we're now struggling. I took today or yesterday, I took a few trades as well here. I took a short at the breaking. I thought, this candle was going to be followed by some follow through and some continuation. So I took a short, but with that, after this candle, okay, that becomes a false breakout. Okay, so I closed that for a small loss and I switched into longs and I took profits up there. Let me see if I can show you that. Yeah, so I went short, I closed for a short, and I went long and I closed for profit. So I can show you that here as well. That's the loss and that's the profit. And now I'm very undecisive to where are we heading. If I take the monthly chart, it create a reversal candle at what seems like kind of a strong support there. But if we go to lower time frames, I just if we're going to move higher, I think we should be accumulating some more buyers before that. So I think there's a little bit of more room to the downside before we continue higher. So something like that. Okay, this we need to decide where is going to be the the buyers more active, and we might go down there to test it before we continue higher. I think if we were going to continue lower to a retest of the lows, would have happened already. So I'm getting more and more inclined for building into a buy position, because we have been failing to move higher. So I think we're going to continue maybe a little bit higher, lower. I'm sorry, but just in order to create a movement to the upside. So that I've been switching sides. And the euro the same. I have a lot of mixed signals here, because we're kind of stuck here. So here, this right here, we fail to continue lower. Instead of we pull back and we push higher, but then the next days we fail to continue higher. Okay, we fail to create here a higher low. Okay, so we have this low and we fail to create that higher low, and we saw no continuation. So now we have the doors open to continue a bit lower, and if there's no enough demand here to prevent that, we should see a retest of those lows and potentially a move, a push even lower, and then a continuation higher. Okay, that's what I see now. But right now, if I'm going to intraday this market, I might prefer to be on the short side of this market. We did have some news releasement on the AUD. There was interest rates announcement earlier today. Okay, we can see the huge spike. As there was no surprise, there should not be a change in trend. But if we analyze, this movement down against this movement up, it's the same price action we have seen. Okay, we're forming this compression, these channels. Those tend to follow. Once they meet a supply, tends to break to the opposite side. So after this tail, and as long as we continue in this formation right here, I expect a movement to the downside. So I might keep an eye open here to go short. If I have an opportunity, I will do a better analysis on here, and I'll try to go short. Let's see how we react when we approach this support. And I might try to catch the breakout here. And dollar yen has been just exploding to the upside. So here here is much clearer. We don't see, we find nothing strong up to there. So we have some room to go. Okay, I expect continuation all the way to the tops. Looks very very bullish. So if we go to lower time frames, I would wait for opportunities to join the bullish market. Okay, so I'll be looking for opportunities to short Aussie as long as we stay below this high there, to buy dollar yen. But right now it's not a good moment to buy. I will be buying at the highest price, so I will need to wait for a pullback, of course, on the dailies. Okay, if we go to the hourly, so we see this area there. We need to see if there's something interesting there. So I will be waiting for pullbacks to those areas before I start building. And if I go to lower time frame, to the 1 minute chart or 5 minute chart, then I'll keep my bias to the upside. Okay, so once we switch to an account to go to lower time frames, those are the markets I will be looking to trade. Let me just show you quickly my dashboard, and then we'll go back to the charts and we'll look some. Chris, welcome. Some trading. Moen, could you check US 30? I will. I'll bring them here. I'll show you quickly my dashboard. Okay, so this is the Freestyle account. Okay, I'm 74 trades on. My performance factor dropped a little bit. I had a little loss, and I'm 22 trades in. I believe I was at 19. I'm at 22 winning trades. I need 2 more to go. I have 25 trades to accomplish that. So I think I'm the right path. So I'll keep you updated on that. Let's go to back to the charts. And I'll switch my account so I can go in order to check the US 30. I need to go this is a freestyle account, so I will not have data here. I hope I can find an account with US 30. Let me see, what is this account? All right, let me see if I can bring. I think I don't have an account to check indices right here. I don't. So let's wait with that. Moin, maybe I'll pull up from TradingView or something so I can show it to you. Okay, so let's see. I'll try to find some opportunities in the short-term time frames. So let's scan a little bit the markets, and I'll decide which one to go with. Moin, I scale into my entries. When I just started, I wasn't taught about it. No one taught me about it. So I used to predefine my risk and give it out at one entry price, and I did relatively well. But I was very tight with what could I do with the trade. So when I discovered scaling into a trade, I started first it released stress from me to be right on my first entry. That gave me a lot of flexibility to build into a trade. So since then, that's what I do. Okay, let me tell you, I'll be inclining for the Euro USD. I just the only thing is I need for a pullback here to come. So I'll wait for a little pullback, and then I don't see much here, so I think we can go and test the lows there. So I'll try to catch those last movements. So on every pullback, I'll start building some shorts. Here, the bias is very clear, but I need a pullback. I'm not in a good position to buy. And this is similar to the euro, so I think I'll stick to the euro. And pound, I don't see a pattern here, so I'll stick to the euro. So I'll wait a little bit, and I'll start building into short positions. And as I'm not in a great selling area. I'm not in a great selling area because I'm at the very, very close to the bottom. So I need to start small, and I'll start building into that trade. Okay, that's it. Yeah, I do reckon there's a divergence setup forming here. Okay, so we're pushing lower, but we're struggling to continue lower. So I need to expect some movement to the upside. Okay, so I'll wait for a movement to the upside, and then I'll start selling more into this position. And since I don't have any clear direction, be looking for quick scalps. Okay, I'm not sure I'm going to be building into setup positions. I will try to do some scalping here. Okay, so we have the divergence setup to the upside, but I didn't see any very strong demand or support to trigger it. So my guess, my reading is we should continue in that channel to the downside. Market's super slow. Let me show you. Not moving much. Okay, now there. I can start building. And now my targets are coming into a better place, because now just the retest of the lows would give me some targets. Okay. Okay, let's see if we can find some resistance here. If we start building, if we start gaining momentum to the upside, I will reevaluate my trade. But in the meantime, I'm fine. Okay, now let's read price. Okay, will this be a reversal? Okay, we need to break the previous low. Okay, in order for this previous low on the tick chart was an order, probably this one right here. So I want, or maybe that one right there. Okay, so that provides support. Okay, this low might be that low there. Okay, so we're not reacting to the upside. Okay, not good for my analysis. Okay, we need to break those lows that failed to turn lower instead of gaining momentum to the upside. So I need to reevaluate and decide to what point I stay bearish, okay, and when do I switch positions. Okay, last time price was here, there was a strong reaction to the downside, so let's see if we can get a similar one. Okay, so continuation, there will be some support there, so that's a good target. That's a good scalp area. Okay, this area right there. So right there, I can start peeling off some profits, and maybe I'll bring my take profit. But I need to start taking some profits into the account, and then if I have another opportunity to build into the trade, I will add those trades again. Okay. Okay, come on. Okay, nice. Let's peel one off. Close, and that's also a close on the 5-minute chart, okay, which is good. Let's see if we can have some follow through. with that reaction, that was a strong reaction for this support. I'll see the closing, but I want to take one off. Because this failed to continue lower. Now I have a mental stop loss here. I'll see how price reacts to that area, and then I might have to take these ones for a loss. Okay, the overall position I think will be kind of break even, but I'll see how price reacts to this area. Now this attempt, we didn't even have a lower low. Okay, so I need to rethink if I want to keep selling this market, because this is my reverse. Okay, let me take one off. Okay, this is getting strength to the upside. Okay, so I'm a very small position, but I'll need to take that one off and maybe switch to the upside. Okay, let me keep reading this. How do you monitor your statistic if you don't control the number of trades by scaling in? How do you scale in losing trade or only trades in profit? But I've done some webinars on topic. If you go to the to the YouTube channel, there's the advanced risk allocation, and there's demonstrating the scaling in technique. So please go watch those, and I think you understand better my process. Okay, and I'll try to explain it to you as well. Okay, now I sold this time just because of the reaction. I want to see if there's some follow through. If that fails to follow through, I need to scale out of this trade. Okay, of that new position I built. Okay, right there. If we hit the tops, I need to scale out on a losing trade. Okay, I just will not want to be carrying that size for a larger drawdown. Okay, the fact that we failed after that reaction, we failed in order to we failed to continue lower, opens up the door for buyers to continue higher. Okay, now if I watch this closely, we're kind of a little bit overextended. We are 9 pips, so that's a average range in the 1 hour in the Euro USD. So statistically, after one price cycle, 1 range and 2 range, you get a pullback. Okay, so at some point, unless we start building and gaining momentum to the upside, we should get a pullback, and I'll scale out of this trade, hopefully at break even, maybe a little bit of profit, but it's just a matter of sizing. Okay, sizing our position. If we compare the impulses, we have this one, this one, this one, this one. So this one right now, it's kind of average. At some point, soon I expect a pullback, maybe at this resistance right there. And if we're not, then we might see ourselves all the way to the tops. Okay, by starting small, that allows me to hold on my position. Just persisting now. Now let me tell you what my entries are below the point. Okay, if I was just opening my charts, I would like to see a pullback in order to buy this market. Okay, this is not this information I didn't have before. Okay, we're just gaining momentum to the upside, so I need to see how do I fix this trade. Okay, so what techniques can I use to fix this trade? I mean, okay, my hard stop will be right there, at those crossing that line. I'll need to close this trade for a loss, but until then I can use some techniques to fix the trade. Okay, now what techniques do I have available? I can keep adding into the trade. Okay, but in order to add into the trade, I need to have a reason to do that. And as this is not slowing down, I don't know if there's some news or something. It's just picking momentum against me. As this is not slowing down, I'm not finding a reason to sell, to keep adding. Okay, expect some resistance there. So that would be my last, selling area in order to fix this trade. And the other technique is to scale out of the trade. Okay, as I see it is just gaining momentum against me, so there's no point on letting all the trade to hit the stop out level, okay, the stop loss level. So I can start peeling out. Okay, I can start scaling out of the trade even before it gets to the stop loss level. So I save some some money. Okay. And now my new setup is waiting for a pullback. Okay, there's not much I can do with this trade right now. So I need to wait for a pullback, and then I'll switch my position from a selling trade into a buying trade. Okay. So I need no, it will not get it to me. Okay, I need to close the trade. That was a good attempt of the sellers to push the market down, and as it's not, you saw last second how the bulls took over. So there's a lot of buy signals here. I need to start building into buying positions, but again, I need a deeper pullback or something to start buying at a good place. Take the loss here, and I'll wait for a pullback so I can buy. Okay, I'm now in a waiting game. Okay, that's the stop loss level. Okay, we need to learn how to take losses. So important lesson right there. Then I'll wait for a pullback here, and I'll start building into longs. Till then, let's see if we can find another opportunity. And the reason to take the losses, guys, and this is, taking losses should be more. We need to get to a point where we feel comfortable taking losses the way we feel comfortable taking winners. Okay, take profits. So I say to myself, I prefer to be wrong than losing money, correct? So I was building shorts, okay, back somewhere here, and my analysis was wrong. Okay, I was wrong in my analysis. After this reaction here, there was a chance for this to continue lower. That failed. Okay, so I need to recognize that and close out the trade and look for new opportunities. You know, they're part of the statistics that you will be wrong, and you move on. Okay, it's that simple. You know, there's no shame and there's no nothing. I mean, there's nothing wrong with taking losses. Okay, as long as you keep with the process, you will see. You know, I'll show you my dashboard from the Freestyle account. Okay, so the performance is there. Okay, as long as you keep your losses controlled. So why is currency projection? I analyzed, you know, my dailies, and I was expecting so analyzing the dailies. We're still in the consolidation, and I was expecting a test of the lows of the box. We failed to turn turn higher a few days ago, so I was expecting a test of the lows, and that's what I was trying to catch. Okay, just a test. This is new information. I didn't know that. I didn't know this last movements, when I took the shorts. Okay, so right now it's very easy to say, well, you should be maybe wait. You know, in the short-term time frames, should be buying. Okay, but by the time I did my analysis, I had some reasons to go short. And I still see, you know, a selling argument. So let's keep an eye here. Now, right now, this market is still overextended. Okay, this is an overextended market. Okay, we've run 20 pips, so it's almost three time cycles, price cycles, without any pullback. Okay, so my very next trade, okay, this is a new setup. Okay, it's not related to the previous one, because I would be only adding risk to that. But my very next trade needs to be a sell position, because I cannot buy right now. I'm at the very top to be buying, and this is overextended. So statistically, we need to get a pullback. Okay, so my very next trade needs to be a scalp short. Okay, to the short side, and as we get that pullback, if you skip on the short trade, you can start building into long positions. Okay, that's the next trade. I hope I'm clear. I'll try to draw it for you. Okay, so these are the average movements. Okay, these have been average impulses. So market has been running 9, 13, 12. Okay, so let's say this is two price cycles and no pullback. So I expect the pullback, I wait for the pullback, and then I'll start building longs. But it's a different setup. Okay, it's a different reason to go either long or short. Okay, let's see if we can get, you know, we have two rejections to the, okay, from the sellers. Let's see if there's some follow through. Okay, if that fails, I need to take the loss. Okay, I'm just waiting for the pullback. Okay, if that breaks to the upside, I will take the loss. It's a minimal loss. Okay, that trade failed. Okay, and I just need to wait for a new opportunity. As long as I want to go, as much as I want to go long, I'm not having the opportunity to do so. This is not giving me any pullback to buy. Anthony, is this workable? Yeah, this is a way, you know, soon you will find out every consistent trader, profitable and consistent trader, builds into positions. Okay, so you take small losses, but then you take a nice win. That's the whole idea. I would prefer to place a sell order a few pips below the previous candle low. Yeah, that's a good technique to to be trailing this with a sell stop. That way you get more confirmation, but you give up on price. Okay, so if I'm following the market with sell stop orders at the bottom of previous candle, I gain confirmation, but I give up on price. Okay, instead of getting in right now, you give up on some price that you can get. Okay, this is still overextended. I mean, I don't want to get married with the short side, but I'm just waiting for a pullback so I can start building into the long side. What else do we have? Maybe I'm missing a better setup. We're breaking the whole channel. We're breaking the channel on the 5-minute chart. Okay, so that's kind of a compression. So supply is being tested, and that's why we see that reaction. I wasn't expecting that reaction to come as early. I thought that would. No, I don't see the demand here, so I was expecting that reaction at a lower point, but I guess it came right there. So we've now break it. So now I want to wait. As I told you, I want to wait for a pullback, and then a continuation higher. When you see, when you see in those drawings and that stuff, when you break a channel, wait for the retest of the channel, and then buy. Okay, that's exactly that. But we need to understand why. Okay, why are we buying? Where here do we have fresh demand right now? So first, all this bottom part, from this very point, we haven't pulled back. Okay, this is an important movement, a significant movement to the upside. So there must be demand. Okay, let me go to a 1-minute chart. there must be demand down in all that area. And then we have some intermediate or mid-range demand. So we have that one, and probably there will be something there around that area. Okay, we saw real-time formation of this candle, of that one, how we tried to go down, and that was completely rejected. Okay, so that's important price action. So now I'll wait for a pullback to all those levels, and I'll start building. Okay, building to the shorts, into the long side. Now, if you like Fibonacci's, and that's many of those key areas, they align with the with the Fibonacci numbers. Okay, so if you want, if you're looking for extra confirmation or something, that's another tool you can use. Okay, this mid-range demand, okay, matches with the breaking of that previous resistance, so that's a strong one. That becomes a swap zone. There was previous supply, that back there. We broke that, and we broke, and now that becomes a demand area. Okay, when we identify that right there. And another thing I do want to be, I want to be grateful I did it, or glad I did it, is taking the loss. Okay, I took the loss here. Okay, that at that point I said I don't want to be, my setup failed. I don't want to be holding into that trade for longer. And sometimes you see the price taking your loss, your stop loss, and then reversing in your favor. And many times that happens, and many traders see that over and experience that over and over again. And that one time that you do not respect your stop loss, and a market comes like this against you, that's when you blow all your progress. Okay, so very important lesson: know when to take your losses. Okay, there's no shame on that. Yeah, I think that's a key takeaway from this lesson. How many times do we see the market taking the stop loss and reversing in our favor, taking the losses, our stop loss, reversing in our favor? So we learn a bad lesson in our minds. Okay, I will not take the loss. I'll see how the market, reacts to that area and comes in my favor. And that one time, this happens. And if I hadn't taken the loss back here, see the drawdown I would be incurring, and I would be fighting this trade, trying to maybe adding and getting emotionally involved in this trade, and I would be, digging a very large hole to get out of. Okay, so I'm glad I took I followed my rules. I didn't, I was taking, scaling out of the trade as the market moved against me, since I recognized all kind of signals. Okay, when we had this signal right here, okay, we failed to move down. So those are bullish signals. So I want to scale out of the trade, even when I haven't taken the stop loss. Okay, so that's a very powerful thing to do. Okay, to scale out of a losing trade, of a losing position, before it hits your stop loss. I'm very surprised there's no speech, no news, no something. It's very uncommon. This is a very uncommon movement. So if you already checked it, I believe I'm just a bit surprised of how is that moving. Yeah, I see nothing. Very uncommon movement, just like that. Okay, but that's fresh supply, fresh demand just in front of our eyes. Okay, let's take advantage of that. Let's wait for a pullback. Okay, we have this new area right there. Let's wait for a pullback and let's start building longs. Okay. And yeah, this is a dollar movement. I will see the same similar pattern all across the board. By the end of the day, we might discover this, what started as a bearish day might end up, you know, at the highs here as a bear bullish day, and then we wanna start buying. Okay, but this is, again, with new information we can make wiser decisions. Okay, so there's the pullback. Let's see if we can take advantage of. Redbook Index USD news, 1 hour treasury in the, which could have high impact. Yeah, probably that. I didn't see much. But this feels like a news driven movement. This is a very unusual movement. So that's a fundamental movement. Okay. Now, if I was, and I always do this, if I'm just opening the charts, fresh look at the charts, I'm opening the charts, I see this movement, I want to go long. Okay, that's it. So I want to wait for a pullback and start buying. One of our traders was, what was the quote? Date your trade, marry your plan, or something like that. That was a great quote from one of our traders. So that's what I did. Okay, now I don't get married with my setups. Okay, I prefer being wrong than losing money. So my new analysis is to the upside. I guess that's it. Okay, guys, I think it'll take a few minutes for this to come lower to give me a buying opportunity, but I'll keep monitoring and, you know, trading this market. I think there's good income opportunities out of this movement. But I'll let you go. Well, hitting the top of the hour. So, you know, we every week we learn something. Okay, so we win, we lose, and we show it all. And thanks for coming, thanks for staying, and I will see you next week. I'll update you next week on you know, what happened with this trade. Okay, thank you guys, see you next time.